So on today's episode of Guess Where I'm Not Eating Breakfast, the answer would be Chick-fil-A. I drove all the way over to Chick-fil-A, and the line is like probably 20 minutes long. I mean, they're quick, but they're not that quick. So, I don't got time for that today. We're already running behind. I'm grabbing breakfast for me and Desiree while she's getting ready and on her way so that we can save time and get on the trail faster, because we've got a long hike today and it's like an hour and a half, hour 45 minute drive away too. So we've got a long commute, a long hike, and yeah, it's gonna be an adventure. It's already an adventure trying to find breakfast. So now the question is, where am I gonna go to get breakfast? Well, the answer is Jack's. I'll just tell you, it's Jack's. That was the next best option. So that's where I'm going now, and I will see you later after I get Jack's and get home and finish packing my bag, because I haven't packed it at all. I still need to make my lunch. It's already been a morning. But that's because, blog post and video were due this morning. So, yeah. Anyways, I will see you after all that. And I probably won't see you till the trailhead. We'll see. There's a spot for the helicopters to come in case something happens, and then there's a cemetery for them to bury you at when you die. They are packed. I knew there was the potential of them being busy, but I didn't know it was like this busy. We're here Central Time. It is 11 a.m. Eastern Time, it is noon. And yeah, it's insane how busy they already are, and it's a long hike, and we might have bit off more than we can chew, because I want to be back in time to watch the sunset at Welch's Overlook, because I heard it was a beautiful spot, but we might just do part of this hike and have to turn around or something. We'll have to watch the time, because I don't know if we'll be able to make it all the way there or back or not, because this is a hard hike. Even All Trails calls it hard. This is the first All Trails hard hike that I've ever done, and some of the All Trails moderate hikes I would consider hard. So if that says anything, we're in for a treat. So change of plans. We just did the math, and based on our timing, because it's been a morning, as I've already said. I think we spent way too much time getting here and stuff. Oh, by the way, her phone map said that it was going to take an extra 30 minutes than mine did. And it confused us for the longest time. So I was trying to figure out why that was. We got to Sparta, and it was she's like, oh, we have an hour left to go. And I was like, there's no way. That cannot be right. So I looked it up on my maps, and it said 30 minutes. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds more accurate from what I remember when I looked this up earlier. And so we concluded that it looks like at the very beginning of this gravel road here that you take to get down here, her phone was wanting you to park there. There's no parking lot, so I don't know why. And it was wanting you to walk the 2 miles, this is 2 miles long, to the trailhead, which would take 30 minutes. So I don't know why it was saying to do that, but that was what we figured on that one. But at this rate, we've decided we're not going to try to conquer this whole thing today, because there's just no way. We calculated it. We won't be out before dark. So, and I want to be able to take my time and enjoy it and everything. So, so there's a parking lot up here, and it is packed full. So you saw how many people are parked down on the road. And then it goes all the way around the corner. People are parked too. It is packed. 4.3 miles. So it's 4.3 miles in and 4.3 miles back. So it's actually 8.6 mile trail. Hey. There's no way we would have time to do all this today. Okay, so we are here. We just talked to Park Ranger, and she was saying we can go either way. She was saying this route is less hilly. This route's more direct, more hills. They take about the same time. Once you get down to Big Laurel Falls, that is your halfway point on the trail. I don't like this this thing's in the way. But that's your halfway point on the trail, to kind of tell you if you can make it to Virgin Falls in time or not, and Sheep Cave. I definitely want to go to those two things, but once we get to this halfway point, we can decide if we think we can do that or not.
I do have a flashlight.
But see, you can get here. Here is the Rylander Cascades Trailhead, and it also connects and goes to Virgin Falls as well if you want to go that way. That is what we're doing. Oh yeah, she said that normally it takes people 5 hours at most. She's never seen anyone take 8 hours to do this, so we should be okay, maybe? Look, but I told her I do stop to take a lot of photos and videos, so I don't know. We can go the upper loop or the lower. I kind of want to just do the straight to it one. It's so peaceful through here.
I know, it is nice. You're just in like a little wooded area.
First trail crossing. This trail crossing, oh my goodness. Creek crossing. This is easy. And you know me and creek crossings are usually not good, so that was easy. Hopefully the rest are like that. I have my doubts though. Big Branch Falls, everybody. Wow. Oh man, that's a cool hangout spot too. So the first 1.5 miles is pretty straight and level. This is when we're starting to go down. And we just ran into people coming up and they were winded. That's gonna be us on the way back. So yeah, I would say this is definitely gonna get strenuous. But the bulk of it is this right here, because you're basically going straight down the mountain. But it's wide, it's easy enough, there's steps. So far, nothing about this has told me this is a hard hike. Like, so far I would rate this moderate. I don't know. What would you say? Like, would you rate this, like, if you were rating this for ultras?
The first 1.5 miles.
Easy.
And this.
Like, moderate?
Yeah, well, on the way
because the trail's not technical. That's my thought. I feel like in order for it to have a hard rating, it has to have a lot of technical aspects. But this has not been technical at all. It's been a well-paved trail. There's built-in steps. Like, I haven't gotten in a situation yet where I'm like, I don't know about this. So,
oh, no, they look
and I get like that on moderate trails. So far, I'm not seeing the hard rating, which makes me wonder, are we going to be in for a surprise? So this looks like we're getting to the part where you have to cross the creek holding onto a cable. And they say don't attempt the creek crossing if it's high water. So, I think I spoke too soon about the whole hard, moderate thing. It was literally 5 seconds ago. Yeah, this is the part.
And
that does not look bad, but I see what they're talking about. Sometimes the water could get high where it's going over those rocks.
Yeah, and like,
so this shouldn't be too bad. Definitely flooded in this part, but the rest of it looks like it'll be dry. So this is not too bad. Exactly. Yeah, so if these big rocks were covered in water, yeah, I would not attempt this, but at this time of year, it's good. So there's where Martha's Pretty Point comes out. So that's the other half of the loop that we could have gone. That's maybe easier, but longer. That means we still have like half a mile to go.
So we've been out here for 1.5 hours and we've only gone 1.5 miles.
Yes.
So it's going to take us 4 hours one way.
Yeah, so at the rate we're going, yeah, it'll take us a full 8 hours. So I'm going back with my original conviction of this is going to take us 8 hours at our pace, because we both stop for pictures. We both have to stop to eat. We both have to, we're so high maintenance. We're such high maintenance hikers.
Yeah, we are. Like, no snacks? Yes.
I was actually thinking about that yesterday. I was like, isn't it? Oh wait, that's really pretty. Distractions. It's like a blue hole.
It probably is. People probably come here and swim.
Yeah. Pretty. But anyways, I was thinking yesterday, it's interesting how hiking is like being one with nature. It's like getting close to nature, getting back to your roots, like all these things that are said about hiking and getting outside. But in reality, do you know how much money we spend on hiking stuff? Like stuff that we use strictly for hiking. Like trekking poles. You're not going to use trekking poles to go to the supermarket. You're going to use trekking poles to go hiking and nothing else. So you could spend over $100 on a pair of trekking poles that's strictly for hiking.
I spent $35.
Yeah, $35 on Amazon. But still, that's just one thing. Like, how much did you spend on that backpack?
When I went to REI a couple months ago, I spent $700 in one day on just half a camping supplies. Like a bag. Not
Yeah,
even
that's the other
tent.
thing. Camping stuff is expensive. Not even the tent. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, it's insane when you really think about it. It's like, wait, people are making a fortune off of us suckers that are buying stuff for hiking and camping. Like, to get outside, we need all this stuff. It's pretty funny how that works. It's just ironic to me. So it's pretty muddy through here. All the water's running off this. Only a little lavender. Oh my goodness, that's violet. Like, it sounds like rain under here. Like, it sounds like it's raining on us. I'm good. She said there'd be wildflowers near the Big Laurel Falls. So we must be getting close. I know we're almost out of season for them. I wish we could go down there because that's really pretty. The trail is up here, so onward we go. It's gotten a little more technical, but not really. It's still like, I would still label it as moderate so far what we've been through. However, going back, I know it's going to be terrible. It's going to be mostly uphill. So I will check back in with you when I'm red-faced and dying and tell you how hard it is then.
Like,
Maybe 2 miles as the crow flies, but Desiree's watch says that we've gone 2.4 miles, so I don't know. And that last half a mile definitely felt longer than half a mile. It felt more like
1 mile.
Yeah, it was 2.4, so like 0.4 plus 0.5 equals 0.9. So yeah, it felt more like a 0.9 mile. This time I'm siding with your watch, not the sign. We've gone further. Cable here now, but the trail, oh, it's a steep drop off. Yeah, that's probably Big Laurel Falls, so it looks like it. I'm assuming it's a big waterfall. I mean, I guess I could see there being a lot of washouts here, but right now this trail's fine. So I guess that's in preparation for when this erodes away. Because yeah, it looks like it's about to go right there and right here. So that must be what that's for. Oh wow. Oh, tight fit. Oh, this is steep. The trail continues that way. Okay, let me fill you in. Waterfall's over there. Big Laurel Falls. There's a jut off over here. They can kind of go like straight down, more straight down. It's not like straight down, but it's pretty steep. My friend went that way. Desiree went that way. I'm going on the main trail, and there is a cable to get down. Wish me luck. I don't know if this is going to be necessary, honestly. We'll try. See how far we get. Yeah, kind of a slick rocks situation. It's not even anchored onto anything at the bottom. At least it's anchored where it counts, up there on that tree. I did use it for those 2 steps. It's slippery when wet. Don't know how I'm gonna manage this one either. Oh goodness. I'll see you in a second. So yes, I would say going down the other way is probably easier. However, I do like the safety of having this cable to help, whereas the other side does not have that. So kind of up to you and your skill level and your comfort level which way you want to go down. But now time to go look at the falls. It's official. This is definitely Big Laurel Falls, unless they mislabeled the signs. Like they mislabeled the miles. So we think. You can kind of see where the waterfall is up there at the top. People down there in the cave. And this is a campsite. Like, I would love this. Fall asleep to the sound of rushing water. You know me and rocks. Wet rocks just makes it 10 times worse. Like I want to go in the cave and check it out. I feel like I owe you guys at least that. But I'm also scared. It's not as bad as it looks. Just came down that. Not too bad. Now. Wow. Now down to here. That is the part I'm most worried about. Because it's wet and like giant rocks. We'll see. Wow. This is so cool. We made it! Yay! It's like this huge cave. The most terrifying part though is look at that. All that broke off and it's laying right there. We could die. It's terrifying. The ground is really soft in here. And the water goes underground. Like, I wonder if we could fall through at any moment. This is terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. But so cool. How soft the ground is really scares me.
What?
The ground is so soft it terrifies me.
I know, it does.
Because it feels like I could fall in at any moment.
I really want to get close, but I'm like, nah, that's not.
We won't be able to see anything. There's too much water going in, so it'll just be the big foam. You know? That's a sinkhole that started. It's full of stuff, but it's full of like tree debris and stuff, but wow. And that's mist that you see flying by from the waterfall. But the water, it goes in that hole over there, and then it comes back around. And Desiree walked around and said there's like drop-offs over here. Yeah, this is so scary. Yeah, it's crazy how soft the ground is in here. Like, look at that. Desiree pointed out when the rock falls, it just pierces the ground. Like, ah. Oh, see, this is a trench that the water goes into sometimes. So if it's high enough, flowing high enough, it'll around the corner there. It's made this trench. I don't know if that drops off, and let's see. My flash isn't strong enough to look in there, but it does look like a hole. It probably goes down there too. Wow. Let's get out of here. We made it back out. That cave is terrifying. Because like I said, like you can see that right there. You can match it up to that one, the other side of that rock right there. It's a huge slab that fell off. And then how soft the ground is. Feels like you could fall into a sinkhole at any moment. Do not like it. But we made it out safely. Now let's see if we can get to the trailhead safely without dying. So, like I said earlier, I will see you after a little while here when I'm red-faced and exhausted. Already turning a little bit red. Bye-bye, Laurel Falls. Big breath, Laurel Falls. We've probably done 0.1 mile. And we've already gone up like 5 flights of stairs, basically. The equivalent of that. Maybe more. So now that I say that, that sounds pathetic, but oh, we got a long ways to go. We kind of levels out here for a little bit. Sun helps. But whew, we're gonna sleep well tonight. We just reached the 2 mile marker, which, like we said earlier, is 2.4. Oh, we got a long ways to go. We made it back. Well, basically, we are just having to walk out to the car, but we survived, thankfully, and it was actually easier coming back than expected. So that's nice, but definitely tired. It is no joke, it is uphill. We took a couple breaks on the steep parts, but then we kind of pushed ourselves after that and went the rest of the way and didn't stop. So well, it wasn't really that bad, but definitely do not do this if you are inclined challenged. We have time to go get dinner and then come back to see the sunset, hopefully. It looks cloudy, but we'll still come back anyways, right? So as you're coming into Welch's Point, there's this sign, and I accidentally read it backwards, and I thought, that makes no sense. Did I read that backwards? And yes I did. So basically, you can't come in here after nightfall, basically, which makes so much more sense. I don't know how much further we have to hike back here, but I hope not much after we've hiked. We're already wore out. We're both like tired. She has to get up early for work tomorrow, so we're not going to stay for sunset, plus it's cloudy, so it would be kind of a waste. Some bug biting me. That was not a mosquito. I don't know what that was. I'm scared. Ow, that really hurt. It looked like a fly, but like really small one. Not like really small, but like a housefly size. Terrifying. Anyways, I hate spring and summer for this reason. Should have put bug spray on. So, anyways, as I was saying, we're not staying for sunset this time, but next time when we actually hike the full hike to Virgin Falls, we'll get here early enough that we can do both. And hopefully the weather will be nicer and we can actually see a pretty sunset. So for now, we're just going to check out that overlook to see what it's like. So that was definitely worth walking out to. Of course, the sunset would be kind of eh. So, like I said, we'll come back and watch it another time. But for now, we're gonna go get food. But walking down here, it's just gravel. It's a gravel road trail. It's not bad. And it's probably like 1/10 of a mile. So, I'm guessing. So, dinner was good. Classic southern kind of place. I tried fried squash for the first time. It was yellow squash that was deep fried. It was pretty good. Love squash, so obviously, and love fried food, so what could go wrong, right? But anyways, we are heading back now, both really tired. And that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and close out this video. So if you enjoyed it, you know the drill. Thumbs up, subscribe, comment down below. I don't know what you should comment. Just comment something. Comment your thoughts on the hike and the cave, like how terrifying it was in there. The possibility of like falling through a sinkhole at any moment and dying. Like, Would you go in there? That's my question for you. Would you go in that cave? Anyways, that is it. So I will see y'all next week.